Hey, Pastor Kevin alongside Pastor Jeremiah, and we just wanted to share some things that just really been on our heart throughout the day today. And really, it's this. Thank you so much for stepping up to help us with this turkey giveaway that we did on Saturday. Man, it was just an incredible and awesome day that we had together. We kind of put 10 things that we felt like the Lord really moved in,
Yeah.
and things that we're thankful for. So thank you so much for helping us with the turkey giveaway. Here we go. 10 things very quickly that the Lord just really brought together that we are just thankful to Him and thankful to you for letting Him use you to help this event. The first thing is this. In 4 weeks, we raised more than enough money for this turkey giveaway. We had a $0 budget to start with, and in 4 weeks, we had enough turkeys to provide turkeys for hundreds and hundreds of people with hundreds of families, between, I think, 175 total families it ended up being. And it's just awesome what the Lord did in less than 4 weeks, providing us more than enough money. And we even have money left over that we can put to our next outreach event. So that's number one, the Lord provided financially. Number two
Are the volunteers that really stood up and moved forward and wanted to get involved in this turkey giveaway. And what I think is amazing is not only did we have more than enough volunteers to make this happen, but some of the volunteers that were at this giveaway were first-time volunteers. Some of the volunteers from this giveaway received the Lord in past giveaways that we had. And some of the volunteers were youth that have just started coming to youth group over the last 6 months. And so it's not like we had seasoned veterans in all positions in these volunteers, but what we had were people who have recently and genuinely given their heart to the Lord and wanted to be used in that capacity. But not only that, it wasn't just people from our church. What else we had? We had community leaders, we had other pastors, we had people from other ministries wanting to step up and get involved in what we were doing. And so to all the volunteers out there, thank you.
Yeah. Number three is this. We had a situation where we had to go to Iola because that was the cheapest turkeys that we found in the area, was in Iola. And so we had to, we're planning on taking multiple trucks out there. But I guess the Thursday or the Wednesday or Thursday before the event, somebody said, hey, I had this big box truck that you guys can use for free. And so we had an opportunity, and the Lord provided us a box truck from an individual that goes to church here. And so Saturday morning, we picked up the box truck, drove it to Iola, loaded up all these turkeys, and came back. So the Lord provided us a box truck for this event, and it was just incredible. That's number three. Number four?
Once Saturday came, we all showed up, and then people started showing up to the church. And before we knew it, first service was underway. And we had worship, we had a time of just sharing in God's word. And I'll tell you, just the Spirit of God that settled in this place, that was the thing that we've been praying for all along, was that we would see God's glory in everything that we did this weekend. And we saw exactly that. We saw the Spirit of God moving. In the first service, we always talk about how when we have, we're given a gospel message and we're getting ready to give the invitation to come to the Lord, you're thinking in the back of your head, nobody's going to come. And then Pastor Kevin got up and shared his testimony and shared the gospel and said, God can make all things new and He can save you from these situations. And people stood up, people came forward, and souls got saved that first service.
In the second service, number five, the second service was this. The first service, we had a great altar call. Second service, we actually had a smaller group in the sanctuary. We had probably maybe half of what we had in the first service, and we knew that our second service was going to be the smallest service. It was the 12:30 service, and it was a smaller group. And so I'm preaching to this group, and all the while as I'm preaching, I'm thinking to myself, we're maybe going to get a few people that accept the Lord. And man, we had more people that came forward during the altar call, and it was a much smaller crowd in the second service. More people came forward to accept the Lord than in the first service, and it was just incredible. Even preaching to the smaller group, still probably 80 to 100 people, I bet, if maybe that. It might not have quite have been that much, but it was a smaller group, and then the altars were full. And it was just amazing. Even within a smaller group, the Lord just doing this incredible thing. And number six is this.
Well, the Hispanic church did their turkey giveaway alongside ours. And so as people came in and registered, all the Hispanics registered with the Hispanic church and went and had a Spanish-speaking service so that they can hear the gospel in their native language. And what happened was they had more than 40 people come through and make contact with our Hispanic church. And out of those 40 people, around 7 people gave their lives to the Lord. And has just been an incredible opportunity to reach out and make contact with the Hispanic community here in Chanute.
Number 7 is this. Our third and fourth service were also just as incredible. We saw the altars full, and it was just amazing to see at the end of every service people coming forward. And I'm just going to tell you from my heart as the pastor, when you're up there preaching and you're just completely surrendered to the Lord, and you're preaching and you just give it to God, and you're thinking to yourself, man, I'm just this young guy, nobody's even listening to me, and the altars are full, and you're like, man, God is just moving and doing incredible things. And he did it the first, second, third, and fourth service. He did it in the Hispanic service, and it was just truly, truly amazing. Every service was. There was something special that could probably be pointed out at every service.
That's right. Number 8 is probably one of my favorite things, and that's the reality that more than 60 people came to the Lord over the 4 to 8 services that we had with this turkey giveaway. And so new souls in the kingdom, new salvations, new conversions, incredible. But another part of the testimony that goes along with these conversions are the number of people that we saw get involved and help lead these people to the Lord. And so we had people like our friend Heather, who came, have just started coming to church over the last month or more, and she wanted to get involved and be a part of this turkey giveaway. And man, she led over 7 people to the Lord.
7 people to the Lord. This new lady that just started coming to our church, and she's awesome. Her family is great.
That's amazing. And then we had some Chris McMahon, who has just started not volunteering, but really becoming my right-hand man, especially for this college service that we're planting. And he, had the opportunity for the first time in his life to lead multiple people to the Lord in one day. And then we had kids from the youth group like Kelsey Jacket, leading other students to the Lord, taking that opportunity to go and share the gospel after it's been preached, and on a more personable level, and lead them in prayer and bring them into the kingdom. And it's just an incredible opportunity for everybody who had a part in those things.
And not only did those 3, but man, numerous other people from our church really just prayed with people. And on the other side, of people that got converted, that became Christians, that accepted the Lord, there's just so many cool stories that are coming out. Really, too many that we can't even share. But one guy came in, he just wanted this free turkey to go home, and the registration table said that you have to sit through the service. You don't have an option. You have to sit through to get the turkey. And he came and sat through, and he wasn't upset, but he kind of grumbled a little bit. And by the end of the service, he was at the front on the altars. Right. And the Lord was working in his life. And there's other stories about, I asked the question during the service, how many of you right now, your marriage is broken? And this guy raises his hand. He says, my marriage is broken. All of a sudden, his wife next to him does this number to him and hits him. And he's like, well, it's true. And at the end, he was up front. I think he came forward. And he came forward. And the wife came forward at the altar. It was there's just so many incredible. One guy, I was preaching during the third service, and he stands up and raises his hand and interrupts me and kind of starts, I'm not sure where he was from, but he was just, he almost, in essence, was kind of a distraction for the service, and he kept raising his hand and talking, and finally I said, sir, I would love to talk with you after the service, but let me get done. And I'm not sure really what was going on, but by the end of the service, he was at front at the altars. The Lord was working in his life, and so over and over, countless stories, and I wish we would have gotten more video footage of it, because it was truly revival starting. And so the Lord just did so many incredible things, and to cap it all off, something incredible happened on Sunday, and that's number 10. Jeremiah, tell us about that.
Well, on Sunday morning, it really was truly incredible. I think that what made it so incredible was everybody came to church on Sunday that normally comes to church on Sunday, but on top of that, we had a record number of visitors that came in with them. And I asked during worship, I said, how many people were a part of our turkey giveaway yesterday, our evangelistic outreach event? And man, hands all over the sanctuary went up, and they were pumped and they were excited to see the work of the Lord happening in our church. And man, our Sunday became a celebration service, truest to the definition. Yeah. Everybody's hearts were
dancing and clapping, and it was just an incredible worship service. It really was. And almost I didn't want to get up to preach. I said, let's just keep worshiping, because the music was just powerful. Jeremiah was singing like crazy, and the praise team, and Mike and Chris and the singers and Charlotte and Julie on the keyboard. It's just awesome, incredible time of celebration.
Well, we would just want to take this time and tell each and every one of you thank you for everything that you had done to help make this outreach possible.
Yeah, thank you so much. Really, from the bottom of our heart, you truly made a kingdom impact. The kingdom grew. More people are going to heaven now because you gave financially, because you served, because you prayed for it, because you went on your face before the Lord and said, God, please bless this. So thank you, thank you, thank you. We consider ourselves co-servants along with you in building the kingdom. And so stay tuned for more awesome events like this coming up as we continue to follow the Lord. And we give all the credit to God for everything that's been done. We just want to say that. God, to you be all the credit, Lord. And thank you for allowing him to use you. So God bless you. We love you, and we'll see you soon.